What's up guys, it's your boy Corey with Techers Tech again. I'm here to bring you a new video on virtual reality. So I wanted to create this blog and also this video for anybody that wants to try to get into the VR market or just try to see what it's like to get into virtual reality. So I'll be talking from my perspective owning an Oculus Rift, but there are tons of other options. I'll have some of those included in my blog, so check that out at techkerstech.com. So the real question is, should I buy a VR headset in 2019? Long story short, yes, you should. But that's if you can afford it. And now I say if you can afford it because it's not cheap to get into the VR market. So if you just have a basic laptop, i3 processor, no graphics card, that won't really do it for you. Now, if you have a gaming computer, like a desktop that I have or a laptop that actually supports VR, you should be pretty good. Now, when virtual reality first came out, I thought it was super nerdy. I was like, this crap is stupid. But once I got my hands on it, I was just like, okay, this is the truth. Now I'm starting to see things like VR bars where they have actual playpens for people to come in and get drinks and actually enjoy VR. Now let's go ahead and answer some of the basic questions. What is VR? VR is virtual reality. Being able to play games, watch movies, see all types of content right in front of your face. And not only be able to see it, but actually be able to move around a 3D room in real time. Now I'll be speaking from my perspective owning an Oculus Rift. Now there are other options. I'll put those on my blog. I won't really go through them right here, but my perspective is from the Oculus Rift. And we're even starting to see big corporations like the NBA incorporate into their game. So when a sale came on about 2 years ago at Best Buy, they had it for $349. I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a go, see what it's like, and we'll see where it goes. And from the second of me putting it on and playing my first game, I was blown away. I was sold. You couldn't tell me nothing. I bought into the hype. With all my videos, I always talk about the price because that is the most important part. So as of right now, I can find the Oculus Rift for $349 on Best Buy's website. And then I can also find the HTC Vive for $499 on Best Buy's website as well, and also on Amazon. Now I can sit here and compare and contrast the two, but to me, they're exactly the same. I've tried both of them. I would go with the much cheaper option if you're on a budget. Now there are other headsets that are coming out soon, and there are more advanced like the Vive Pro, but if you're trying to stay on the budget, trust me, this is the one you want. So I bought my headset for $349. You can find these anywhere for $349. That is the price of an Oculus Rift headset that comes with the headset, 2 sensors, an Xbox controller, and also the touch controller. Controllers are great, allow you to move anywhere within your 3D space, have haptic feedback, allow you to touch, grab, whatever your game requires. The sensors work great as well. I've had no complaints with them. I have mine on this little custom L bracket. If you want more information on how I built this so I can hang it up on my wall, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video on that as well. If you want full functionality, I would recommend having 3 sensors, so 2 in the front and 1 on the back. Try to hang them up as high as possible. I've seen people hang these from the ceiling and have absolutely great quality of their tracking, but really 1 sensor can do you fine, but I always recommend 2, 3 if you can possibly get it. Now, like I was saying, it takes a pretty good computer for you to be able to use this. Now, I've seen people get away with a $600 computer that features stuff like i3 processor, 1050 Ti, 8 gigs of RAM, and whatever their hard drive space is. This will be the absolute minimum spec I would recommend for this, because if your headset is not reaching the 90 frames per second threshold, you will start to get dizzy and will give you headaches. But I would always recommend upgrading in the future if this is your base budget. The most unfortunate part is you are tethered to your computer, so you have to be careful whenever you're stepping back. Now they do have guardian zones that let you set your parameters so that you don't step too far back and pull your computer off or cause any damage. But there is an actual wireless headset that's coming. I'll talk about that in just a second. But the setup was a breeze. Once you set up your sensors, you set up your guardian zone, you're pretty much ready to go. So the Oculus Rift comes with 6 free games. The one that I always recommend is Robo Recall.
Some sources are telling us that the malfunction may be spreading to townites in other parts of the city. In response, Robo-Ready may be issuing a citywide recall. Until the recallers have the situation under control, the one thing you absolutely must do.
So Robo Recall is kind of like a futuristic shooter that allows you to go around in a 3D space, shooting at robots, dismantling their parts, throwing bullets back at them, throwing robots back at them. It's a really fun game. This game really gets your heartbeat up. There are times where I'm taking my headset off and I'm just soaked in sweat from all the movement that I was doing. The selection of guns, the music, it really immerses you in this world. You don't have to buy your games from Oculus. You can also buy them from the Steam store. Steam has its own VR room as well, which I highly suggest checking out. And Steam even has free games as well, such as The Lab. So as you see in this example, I'm pulling on a bow and arrow, shooting guys and shooting balloons and all these different fun things. It's a really fun game. So besides games and entertainment, there are also apps that allow you to do productivity such as art or 3D modeling and design, or even be able to see your Xbox on your VR headset. Now there are a ton of games that they released recently, but some of the best ones that I recommend are Lone Echo, Beat Saber, Job Simulator, Gorn, The Climb, and also Marvel Powers United. And for all my racing bros, they also have Dirt Rally, so you can see it in VR as well. It's pretty cool. Now, most of the games will require you to use the touch controller, but you can use your Xbox controller as well. I would always recommend using touch controller because it gives you so much functionality. For example, in this table tennis game, I'm able to actually put spin on a ball with just this controller. It gives me full functionality as if I was actually holding a paddle. Now, games are fun, but also entertainment and media is just as fun on this. So things such as Next VR that allow you to see front side court seats at an NBA game is amazing. Like watching LeBron come down and dunk a ball through the backboard is pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, you'll need a subscription to watch all of the games, but you can watch clips and highlights of each game. But if basketball isn't your thing, they do have wrestling, tennis, comedy. They have a little bit of everything for anybody. You can also watch movies through your headset as well. Just the full functionality of it is very good. I also think this will be great for educational purposes as well. I've seen these used in our Black History Museum here in Atlanta. Even seen these being used in school using Google Earth. There are other models such as the Oculus Go, which is a small $200 headset that is completely wireless, but as far as being able to game as hard as you can on this one, it's not as great. Now, if you step up a little bit, we do have the Oculus Quest, which is coming out later this year. The Oculus Quest doesn't need any cables whatsoever. It's battery powered, it has cameras built in, it has trackers built in, it has everything built in without the need of a computer. Now, as far as the headset is concerned, it is a pretty good headset. It can be a little front heavy at times, but it's not a huge problem. It also does feature a ton of different adjustments as well. So you have head straps that can adjust to the size of your head. You have lens spacing at the bottom, so if it's not clear to you, you can adjust the size of the lens. You can also take out the face protector if you have on glasses, or if you just want to change it out because it may be sweaty or dirty or anything like that. So there are tons of adjustments you can make with this to fit your head. Now, it does come with speakers, but I took mine out. I use a wireless headset because I don't really like the flap down design, but they work fine for what they are. As far as design, it's a cheap plastic, but it does the job well. The outside of it is a fabric mesh, which has held up very well against all my dirt and crud that I've put on this thing. But altogether, it's a very well-built headset that I've had no issues with at all. So in conclusion, I think that the Oculus Rift is well worth the price as of 2019. If you have the computer specs that can support it, I would highly suggest buying one. If your machine is up to spec, I would highly suggest upgrading it. Not only so that you can have a good VR box, but also so you can have a great computer for productivity as well. Just the sheer fun that I had with this, I'm sure that anybody with kids or anytime you have guests coming to your house, this is a great way to get them talking, get them laughing, and have fun with them. And also, you can't really beat the price on this. This is the best price that I've seen for a VR headset in quite a while now. I don't see them releasing a newer version of the wired headset anytime soon, so I think this is a great deal while it lasts right now. So that's gonna do it for this video. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave me one in the description, and I'll see you later. Peace.